Stop allowing your soul to shrink at the first sign of struggle. You're standing on the edge of a cosmic test that could redefine every aspect of your reality, but only if you stop letting fear keep you small. Smash that like button, subscribe so your next leap is unstoppable, and comment 77 to show the universe you won't back down. You can no longer dismiss that inner unease. Something deeper than daily stress has been stirring inside you, like an alarm, signaling that a monumental crossroads is near. There's no room for half-hearted attempts now. Illusions might try to lure you back into comfort zones, and watchers might dismiss your convictions, but you can't ignore that pull. You've faced trial after trial, times when you thought you wouldn't make it, but somehow you did. Every battle taught you to see through illusions that tell you you're powerless. And still, here you stand, ready for a new test that demands all your focus. This isn't about petty struggles or the mockery of watchers. It's about whether you'll rise or whether illusions will reclaim you. The stakes are high. Either you succeed and ascend to a place illusions never dreamed you could reach, or you fail, allowing illusions to take everything you've worked so hard for. That tension in your gut is your spirit confirming the challenge is real. The cost is enormous, and the watchers can only watch as illusions wait to devour you. The time for hesitation is over. You must choose. Meet this test head-on or lose everything the illusions tried to rob from you. There is no middle ground. Chapter 1. Standing in the Shadow of Doubt. Doubt has never been your friend, but it sure acts like it knows you well. Each time you stepped out of illusion's cage, doubt tried to whisper that you're not ready, not worthy. You've learned to see it for what it is. Illusion's oldest trick. Yet just because you know illusions well, doesn't mean the watchers stop pointing out your vulnerabilities. They might appear as concerned mentors or skeptical acquaintances, but the outcome is the same. They feed illusion's narrative that you must remain stuck or half-committed. Now you find yourself facing a new test, an illusion's jab at your confidence, reminding you of every stumble you've ever made. It's maddening to realize how easily illusions can summon your past failures, how watchers can interpret your scars as reasons for caution. But illusions never mention the lessons those scars contain. Each time you stumbled, you gleaned a shard of insight that illusions can't erase. You realize your strength is not in the absence of mistakes, but in your refusal to let illusions define your next step. Doubt tries to overshadow that strength, conjuring ghosts of past fiascos. The watchers might ask you, "Are you sure you're not repeating old cycles?" The illusions want you to freeze, concluding you haven't changed at all. Yet you've changed profoundly. In times when illusions pinned you to the wall, you found a hush, a synergy with your deeper self that illusions dread. This synergy is what illusions aim to sabotage. As this new test drops, the watchers can't see synergy. They only see outward signs, job changes, relationship shifts, or subtle changes in your attitude. They might label it instability or restlessness, but illusions stand in terror of synergy because synergy is unstoppable once recognized. That synergy is the reason you're not spinning away from the test. Illusions, though, hiss that the stakes are too high, that watchers might cheer if you fail spectacularly. You sense that cosmic edge urging you forward. Doubt can roil in your belly. Illusions can paint doomsday scenarios. Watchers can stand by with muted disapproval, but you keep your resolve. The illusions have thrown their worst at you before. You survived heartbreak, endured watchers' scorn, and you stand here yet unbroken. The stakes are massive. Illusions want you to believe a misstep here loses you everything: your confidence, your momentum, your place in watchers' eyes. But illusions forget that watchers' validation is not your anchor. Synergy is, and synergy thrives under pressure. Illusions can't handle the hush you found in your darkest nights returns, telling you that illusion's final weapon, doubt, can't overshadow the unstoppable synergy fueling you. The watchers might remain non-committal, illusions might mount the largest wave of negativity, but your spirit stands more solid than illusions imagine. So you stand in that shadow of doubt, illusions swirling around your mind, watchers either uncertain or silently hopeful. The next step belongs to you. Will you let illusions freeze you or let synergy guide you into the unknown? That tension in your chest is the choice crystallizing, fold or fight. And your gut says, for all illusions attempts, there's no going back. You won't let illusions claim your legacy now. Chapter 2. Recognizing the cosmic examination for what it is. Sometimes the watchers recast their tribulations as mere coincidences, bad, luck or life's random cycles. Illusions play their part by endorsing that narrative, wanting you to ignore the pattern of deeper spiritual design. Yet every chosen one knows in their bones these ordeals are not random. They are orchestrated tests measuring how fiercely you cling to your synergy with truth when illusions intensify. Now, confronted with another such test, illusions try to label it as a mundane crisis. Watchers wave it off as just one of those times. But you know better. The universe doesn't do half measures for those assigned a higher calling. In earlier storms, illusions hammered you with feelings of insignificance. If watchers could jolt you to stay practical, illusions were right there, saturating your mind with images of how your big leaps could fail. You might have succumbed to illusions a few times, bearing your spirit under compliance for a while, but each time illusions lulled you into complacency, a deeper restlessness roiled within, refusing illusion's lullaby. That restlessness, your unquenchable thirst for purpose, is the sign these tribulations serve a bigger function than watchers or illusions can comprehend. So this new test isn't random. It's cosmic design ensuring you prove your readiness. Illusions recoil at the thought. If you pass, illusions lose the last threads they cling to. Watchers stand on the sidelines, some curious, some critical, none fully aware of the synergy happening behind your calm eyes. But illusions sense it's do or die. This is the exam that could finalize your transition out of illusion's domain. They try to magnify watchers' doubts, resurrect your old insecurities, all to derail you before you step into unstable alignment with your destiny. The watchers might notice certain synchronicities swirling around you, but can't interpret them as signposts from the universe. Illusions prefer watchers remain stuck in rational explanation. You alone read these signals accurately. A random chance meeting, a phrase repeated in your environment, a dream echoing your unspoken ambitions. These synchronicities aren't illusions. They're cosmic winks confirming the exam is underway. You're not imagining it. Illusions can't claim it's worthless. The watchers may raise eyebrows, illusions may sneer, but your synergy sees the pattern and readies your spirit. Recognizing the cosmic nature of this test also reminds you that illusions can't sabotage an exam orchestrated from above. They can hamper your clarity, maybe sidetrack watchers' opinions, but they can't alter the fundamental assignment. It's yours to either confront with synergy or surrender to illusions. And illusions hope you'll choose surrender, letting watchers remain watchers and illusions remain illusions. But your spirit, gleaning from past heartbreaks and breakthroughs, declares otherwise. In essence, illusions face their own dread and unstoppable synergy blossoming in you. The watchers remain watchers. Illusions scramble to overshadow your recognition, but you see the cosmic design in each challenge, each heartbreak, each glimpse of hope. You refuse illusion's narrative of random tragedy. This test stands as a final rung in your ascension ladder. Illusions are powerless if you own your synergy wholeheartedly. So you gather your calm, letting illusions scowl from the corner. Watchers murmur their half-skeptical remarks. You know the deeper truth. You're not a hapless pawn in illusion's game. You're a chosen one, primed to pass a test illusions never wanted you to perceive. Your synergy stands firm, unstoppable, already forging your victory. Chapter 3. The Snares That Threaten Total Loss. When illusions realize you sense the cosmic weight of this test, they try a last-ditch onslaught. You might face a cunning snare designed to provoke an impulsive reaction, the kind illusions can then manipulate into a meltdown. The watchers watch from a distance, uncertain if they should intervene or wait for your collapse. These snares can appear in varied forms: a sudden financial crisis, a job opportunity with suspicious undertones, a relationship ultimatum that triggers your old insecurities. Illusions hope to spark panic or blind rage, pushing you to sabotage everything you've built. You know illusions have orchestrated these traps with vicious precision, focusing on your soft spots. If your vulnerability has been finances, illusions conjure an expense that demands immediate attention. If relationships are your Achilles heel, illusions coax watchers to deliver an emotional blow that stings your heart. The watchers, some naive, some complicit, might stand aside as illusions do their worst, but illusions are gambling that you'll revert to old patterns, reacting with fear or rash decisions. One slip. Illusions cackle and you'll derail the synergy you fought so hard to cultivate. To illusions, the possibility of you losing it all is not just about external gains, money, relationships, or social standing, but also the hush you found inside, that synergy that powers your every step. A meltdown at illusions prompt could unravel your composure, letting watchers reaffirm illusions' narrative that you were never stable to begin with. Illusions yearn for that meltdown to strip you of your hush, rendering you once more a slave to illusions' fear-based scripts. In times past, illusions found success in such tactics, but you've grown. You see illusions telegraph their moves, the crisis that flares too conveniently, the watchers who say precisely what illusions need them to say. Instead of reacting in panic, you detach from illusions' manipulative aura. That hush envelopes your mind, letting synergy direct you to a calmer approach. Maybe illusions want you to sign a suspicious contract in desperation or lash out at a close friend. Instead, synergy guides you to ask more questions, reflect in silence, or call upon your spiritual anchors. Illusions try to intensify the pressure but find you no longer so easily flustered. Watchers might interpret your calm as indecision or passivity. Illusions thirst for watchers' opinions to sting you back into fear. But illusions discover your hush is unassailable. You weigh your options from advantage. Illusions can warp, ensuring any step you take aligns with synergy rather than illusions. If watchers keep pressing, illusions keep shrieking, you remain unshaken. Illusions can't comprehend how you maintain your center when faced with crises that once leveled you. This unwavering hush is illusion's greatest threat. The watchers might attempt to fan illusion's chaos, but synergy overrules. As illusion's carefully laid snares unravel, watchers see your measured response, your stable resolve, your unbreakable synergy. Illusions slump in frustration, failing to spark a meltdown or sabotage. And you, seeing illusions powerless, realize these crises, contrary to illusion's plan, are only reinforcing your synergy. Their best shot at making you lose it all fizzles. Illusions wanted you to fail the cosmic exam, but instead each snare reaffirms your unstoppable calm. So, illusions whimper, watchers watch, and you stand in synergy, passing illusions tests with the mastery illusions never dreamed you possess. Chapter 4. The moment of choice that crystallizes everything you arrive at a razor's edge. A single decision or action determining whether illusion sees your reward or synergy crowns you victor. While watchers remain half blind to the magnitude of this instant, while illusions tremble in the shadows, praying to steer you off course, they've labored to orchestrate this scenario, hoping your hush collapses into self-doubt. Yet you feel synergy's calm, clarifying that everything is on the line. Illusions hurl their final scare tactics, no second chance. If you fail, watchers will mock you. Your life unravels. If this goes wrong, they conjure mental images of utter ruin, desperate to break your hush into panic. Some watchers may mirror illusion's fear, asking, "Are you sure you can handle a misstep?" But synergy neutralizes these threats, reminding you that your entire healing journey prepared you for this juncture. Adrenaline flares, and illusions want you to read it as fear. Instead, synergy reframes it as excitement, a spark to leap beyond illusion's domain. Watchers, confused by your unwavering composure, may call you reckless or naive. Illusions yearn for you to flinch or overreact. But synergy ensures your choice emerges from genuine alignment, not illusion's manipulations. When you act, signing an agreement, voicing a truth watchers never expected, or removing yourself from a harmful dynamic, illusions realize they're too late. Your heart stirs, your synergy holds firm. They can't conjure second-guessing rapidly enough to derail the clarity you've anchored. Watchers might flinch, illusions may hiss, but synergy keeps regret at bay. This culminating moment may appear mundane on the surface, a calm signature or a measured boundary. Illusions would have preferred either a meltdown or dramatic spectacle. Synergy instead reveals that the most profound shifts often unfold in quiet and controlled hush. Some watchers will acknowledge your resolve. Others wait, hoping illusions prove you wrong. Yet illusions, deprived of melodrama, would dry in defeat, crossing the threshold illusions treaded. You leave watchers as watchers and illusions stripped of power. Your hush resonates like a cosmic affirmation. Illusions are mere phantoms of fear, empty threats exposed by your unwavering stand. Each heartbreak and betrayal, every test illusions used against you, blends into a single chord of triumph. Though illusions may still lurk and watchers still watch, they no longer dictate your reality. This energy you embody is too solid for illusions to fracture. You've passed by refusing illusions' chance to claim your reward. You ensure the cosmic exam concludes on your terms. The watchers can whisper, illusions can scoff, but your synergy remains a fortress. In that hush, you claim a vantage illusions can't reach, and they know it. Chapter 5. The Aftermath of Passing the Test. Once the pivotal moment passes, the watchers witness a distinct ripple effect. You seem elevated to a higher plane, where illusions can't stir chaos. In the watchers, once eager to see you falter, find you unshakably calm instead. Illusions attempt a new tactic, suggesting you can now relax, letting old patterns creep back. They'd love you to undermine yourself right after victory, but synergy counters, reminding you this journey is unfolding, not a single peak. Illusions haven't vanished. They lurk, awaiting your complacency. Freed watchers may flatter you. Illusions might twist this into an idle trap. Yet your hush remains steady. You accept praise humbly, where illusions lie in ambush. You also notice watchers' attitudes shifting. Former skeptics hover with half apologies, curious questions about how illusions lost their grip. Others keep their distance, unsure if they can trust your hush. Illusions can't maneuver watchers as easily because your synergy proves illusions' power was never absolute. Meanwhile, illusions, wounded by their failed scheme, lack the advantage to exploit watchers as they once did. Fresh opportunities appear. Doors illusions, claimed were locked, now swing open. Influential figures notice your worth, or new offers flow in. The watchers chalk it up to luck. Illusions gripe about randomness, but synergy sees the cosmos responding to your new frequency, refusing illusions any chance at greed or paranoia. You proceed with measured calm, testing each door in hush within. You sense a quiet pride unlike illusion's arrogance. It's genuine self-assurance. The watchers, should they suspect vanity, and illusions, should they hope for it, find no fuel for inflated egos. Anchoring your self-worth in synergy, not others' approval, leaves illusions powerless to exploit your confidence. And so, the watchers view you as formidable yet gracious. Life continues, illusions searching for the smallest cracks. Watchers shifting from doubt to measured respect. You remain in hush, rejecting illusions' enticements or watchers' fleeting validation that might undermine your synergy. Each day reaffirms that by conquering illusion's cosmic test, you claim the vantage they cannot breach. Watchers keep watching, illusions suck. Synergy propels you forward. This aftermath in no way matches illusion's dire prediction. Instead, you dwell in unstoppable calm, forging onward, watchers trailing behind, illusions incapable of rattling your hard-won tranquility. Chapter 6. Integrating the lesson and guarding your gains. Even after the watchers calm and illusions retreat, you sense the journey isn't done. Passing the cosmic exam wasn't merely about claiming the prize illusions tried to deny you. It also requires integrating the lessons so illusions can't top your fortified domain later. You treat your triumph not as a finish line, but as a foundation to reinforce. This integration begins with reestablishing boundaries, illusions once trampled. If watchers drained your time or twisted your goodwill, synergy guides you to maintain firm lines. You no longer cave to old manipulations. Illusions might pressure watchers to paint you as aloof or chained, but you accept that you have changed. Any watchers who resent your new hush are inadvertently serving illusions, and synergy helps you resist appeasing them. Another key shift lies in daily habits. Illusions dragged in chaos and stress, eroding your hush. Now synergy demands routines that nurture your calm. Rituals of reflection or disciplined work schedules. Illusions resent such consistency. Watchers may dismiss it as overkill. Still, synergy recognizes that. Your stability is a shield against illusions' intrusions. You also examine your circle. Freed watchers who respect your hush stay, those tied to illusions fade away. Some watchers hover, wanting to tap your synergy without abandoning illusions themselves. You remain compassionate but resolute, refusing illusions any foothold. Illusions may label you cold for guarding your sacred space, but synergy clarifies that unguarded doors let illusions slip back. Regarding future plans, illusions incite watchers to pride. Synergy answers with strategic hush. No oversharing, no needless boasting. Illusions feed on arrogance. Watchers feed illusions by probing for weaknesses. You share selectively, ally mindfully, and dismiss illusions and filtration attempts. The watchers might call you secretive. Illusions might accuse you of paranoia. But synergy sees a measured approach to preserve your hard-won ground. Ultimately, integrating the lesson means no longer dancing to illusions' old tunes, hunger for watchers' validation, phonetic proving, scattered energy. Instead, you invest in synergy's quiet focus. Illusions might still test your resolve. Watchers might push your boundaries, yet each trial strengthens your hush. Synergy, a living momentum, illusions cannot fake, stays unyielding. By safeguarding your routine, your circle, and your calm, you deny illusions any chance to reclaim what you've claimed. The watchers may keep watching, illusions may lurk, but your synergy stands as a barrier they cannot breach. And with each passing day, the lesson deepens, anchoring your self-sovereignty. And around it, illusions can no longer touch. Chapter 7. Stepping into the world with a fierce sense of purpose. With illusions tamed and watchers no longer dictating your every move, you emerge with a fierce calm. It isn't anger, but a clear, unshakable focus, the kind illusions can't fake. Each day you step into your world, job, home, creative arena, with a conviction watchers sense but can't fully comprehend. Illusions see you forging ahead, guided by synergy. They cannot degrade you. You pour your synergy into purposeful action, perhaps launching a bold career move or championing a cause illusions once deemed hopeless. The watchers hover on the sidelines, some awed, some entranced by illusions, observing your steady momentum, free from frantic hustle or the need for external praise. Illusions try to plant doubts about your competence, but synergy disarms them before they can take root. Sometimes illusions whisper regret. If only you'd awakened sooner, yet synergy recasts those hardships as the crucible that forged your resilience. Heartbreak, confusion, failures, all shape the unbreakable spirit now powering you forward. Watchers might notice a new aura, like you've grasped illusion's secret workings, and they wouldn't be entirely wrong. Freed watchers come to you for guidance, curious about synergy's quiet power. Illusions load when your synergy spreads, fueling watchers' doubts to sabotage their growth. But genuine empathy outlasts illusions. You don't force your path onto others. You embody calm and authenticity, showing them how illusions have faded from your life. Some watchers awaken, no longer hindered by illusions. As you step out each day, illusions remain on the outskirts. Watchers observe, and synergy flows. Unstoppable, you're no longer bound. This is your path. Grounded calm, unwavering synergy that illusions can't shake, and watchers can only admire. The boundaries once set by illusions no longer exist. Even when illusions scream, watch, or stare, your calm remains unshaken. Synergy moves you beyond their hold. Watchers analyze, carving out the destiny once thought impossible. This is how you move forward. Unshakable calm, unyielding synergy, unstoppable you. You've faced illusion's final test. Dismiss the doubts of watchers and claimed a realm beyond the reach of illusions. Freed from their chains, you now shape your fate on your own terms, with synergy fueling every breath. This is the ultimate victory. Delusions gave their best shot, watchers stayed watching, and your synergy triumphed.